my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
I'm telling you, that technology just don't want us to be great, Alex. It doesn't want us to be great.
Yeah, well, it ain't gonna stop nothing.
Ain't gonna stop nothing, boy, I tell you. So what had to happen, you guys? What had to happen? Oh my goodness.
You're saying that wrong.
Huh? What?
You're saying it wrong. It's what had happened was.
I'm from Detroit. In the D, we say what had happened was.
Right, exactly.
That's what I said. You know what? Not only did technology not want me to be great, but Alex don't want me to be great either. Hi guys, how y'all doing? How's everybody today? I'm telling you. Okay, so I'm not gonna even tell you about this bot and how the bot took over my computer. I'm not gonna even tell y'all about none of that. Never mind, never mind all of that. Well, I guess I should at least welcome you to the family and to the A-team. Hey there, woo! Where's the applause? Where's the applause?
Yeah.
I think my sound machine is dying on me.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, I mean it's been what 6-7 months now, right?
Uh-huh. It's been about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been about that.
It has been that. It has
been.
It's been all of 7 months.
I want to take a moment to apologize to the audience. We're 30 minutes late because she had this bot situation going on. And we're going to cover only episode 2 tonight because of the bot. The bot invasion is what we're calling it.
Was that kind of like the British invasion?
Not quite, but similar. So,
hey, Ellen V.
Hey, Ellen, what's up, baby? So
hey,
we're
cool
just gonna,
mm-hmm.
we're gonna do part 2, episode 2 tonight, which a lot has gone on in that episode. So we should be to ride this out and do a good job at that.
Right, yeah, it's a lot going on in episode 2 anyway. So we'll take it like that, and you guys hang in there with us. Oh, look at Monique. Monique says, "I secretly call us Aubery's Angels. I have to get used to the A." Well, how come you didn't tell me that, girl?
Yeah.
When I was trying to think of a title, girl, you had dropped that on my mind. I might have picked that. You never said anything. You know, you're gonna tell me after the names have been picked.
Monique King.
That's how it goes.
Well, Monique King, well, that girl a genius.
Right. Hey, you know what, Monique, for our backup channel, Aubery's Angels for the backup channel. I really like the sound of that. Thank you. That is so awesome. And thank you guys that have become members, and thank you guys that are just here viewing. You don't have to become a member. We thank you for all the people here viewing, watching on the replay later on. We just thank God for all of you. Hey, Roro, where are you, girl? Where are you? So we thank God. We're going to go ahead and get started. And looks like we got somebody new in the chat. Living with the Mahans. Hey there. What's up? What's up? Hey there.
Hey, that's a new one. Living with the man hands. I haven't seen them before. All right. Well, welcome.
Right. That's what I was just saying. I'm typing in a little something here.
All righty.
My little hands can go.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Alex, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. Getting ready for this long weekend, 4th of July weekend. You know.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know,
that's
today
right.
is
it is upon us. Today is the last day of June, the last day of the month, right?
Last day, and you know, today is the last day. It's a very busy day. You know, from the house situation, my daughter actually moved everything in today. Today is it. So
Oh wow, she moved all the furniture in and everything.
yeah, so I get that lifted off of me. In July, will start my next goal. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you know what? If you want to just say real briefly, I know you want to mention that your goal. If you want to tell our viewers what that is, it's related to them.
Yeah, my goal will be I'm starting my my own separate channel this month. I don't have a name for it yet. But it's gonna cover.
Monique will come up with one for you.
Yeah, Monique can come up with one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna cover a myriad of topics. It's gonna be provocative, broadcasting. It's gonna be politics, finance,
Yes, because
relationship.
Alex is a provocateur.
I sure is. I sure is.
Oh Lord, that grammar.
Be like Steve Harvey. Sure is.
It sounds like living with Mahan. The Mahans is an author and writer like you, so you guys might need to collaborate.
Yeah, it's like he's a filmmaker working on a documentary.
What does it say? It's called "Cooling Out to the Return of the Family." Okay.
Okay.
Monique, she got your title. Alex's Angel.
Alex's Angel.
Oh, wait a minute, don't give him my title. That's hilarious.
Monique is a team player, a true team player from the Himalayas.
Oh Lord, she giving my title out to Alex.
That's because she's a team player. Monique is a true team player.
A2 Brute. Oh no. Ellen V says yes. She says she likes being provoked.
Right. Yeah, I can dig it. That's what I'm a provocateur. So that's what it's going to be.
Right.
But yeah, Aubery, I want to get into this show here. This Blood Sisters.
All right.
How many of y'all out there have seen Blood Sisters yet? Put something in the chat if you've seen Blood Sisters. Great Netflix series. Yeah, drop a heart if you've seen Blood Sisters.
Any color you choose. Red would be good since it's Blood Sisters.
Right.
Where's your oh, go ahead. I was gonna ask you, where's your blood? You do that thing you did last time.
Oh, blood.
Oh, you're so silly.
Yeah.
You're so silly, Alex. You're terrible.
So those who haven't seen it though, please, I recommend highly that you go and see it. Get caught up with the podcast. It's a great. It's only 4 parts. It's a great series.
Oh, and, yeah. And they're hour piece. I'm telling you, once you start watching it, make sure you got the afternoon or the evening off, because once you start watching it, you will not want to stop. It's so intriguing. It's just so intriguing. Well produced. When you say you're a filmmaker, would you say it was well produced and visually beautiful?
Very well done. Very well done.
Very well done. All right, so we'll get on with it. So as we continue on in part 2, we know that Sarah is the bride or the bride to be of Cola, but Sarah, the late Cola's fiance, and best friend Kimmy are in the car leaving the exclusive hotel, the scene of the murder of Cola.
Murder.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, at the end when they chopped them up and stuff or whatever, and they had to get drunk to chop them up because they're not.
I shouldn't probably be laughing about him being chopped up. Well, they had to make them small enough to put them in a bag and carry the pieces out to wherever they were going to bury him.
But you can see that they're amateurs. They're not. They're not career Satanists. You know what I mean? So
no. This thing was Let's go back, because in part 1, we really see that it really was self-defense, a defense of another person, right? Yeah. So it wasn't like it was an intentional, wasn't a plot, even though we know that the brother Femi actually had talked to an assassin about Cola's murder.
Yeah. Why you gotta sound so dramatic?
So
you're a mess.
So they cut him up, and then we get to at Cola's mother's home. All of Sarah's things are being removed from the Cola family mansion by his
Mm-hmm.
angry mother, who thinks Cola has abandoned his bride Sarah.
Mm-hmm. On
So,
purpose and just ran off just to
hmm
get away from her.
right. So she's still unaware.
She said some very disparaging things to Sarah. She said Cola would run a mile just to get away from you. And she told the other daughter, her name escapes me, the other daughter, the one that's in recovery.
Oh,
Um,
right.
he told her to stay away from Sarah because vermin carry disease. It was like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Oh my gosh, was that nasty or what?
the
I
mother's nasty.
I
She's
thought the
nasty.
part that was the worst was when she said the mother says to Sarah, she says, I have more heart for a person on the street that I don't even know than I have for you.
Yeah,
I was
hatred.
like, wow. Just
Yeah.
and why? It seems like, is it just because Sarah's family is working class? That's the only thing that I can see, because
That's what it is.
Sarah is certainly physically very beautiful, and she seems very sweet on the inside. She seems like a sweet woman.
That don't mean nothing. They on the other side of the tracks. That's all the mother's looking at. They're not
Mm,
on their
mm,
level.
mm,
That's
mm.
simple as that.
Wow.
That's how wealthy folks think.
Some, yeah.
Hmm.
That's sad. That's very sad.
Yeah.
And then I want to say this before we move on to this next part. I want to say this, that I really feel that the mother, if you watched from the part one, I mean, I got the feeling that the mother and Cola were a little too close.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see that in her case, she was widowed by his father. So she
Hmm.
was a widowed single mother at some point.
Hmm.
But sometimes you see in single mothers, you will see that there's almost like a making of a husband or boyfriend, kind of disgusting, like, right?
I say that all the time. We coddle these boys and we coddle these grown men. Our sons into grown men, and they're not your husbands. They're your son. You gotta remember that.
Right. Right. Okay. Yes. And I'm going back to the audience real quick here. And I see that. Oh, there's Roro. We were just asking about you. You'll have to catch the beginning of the replay to find out about the nasty bot that took over my computer for an hour.
Yeah.
This is why we're behind. Okay. Sorry about that.
Hmm.
Um, yes. So
Yeah.
anyway. Oh, Condessa. Hey there. Hi there. How you doing? Welcome in.
Mhm.
So we get back over here to the
I think the next thing was Femi and the sister argue in front of the mom about who's supposed to take over in Cola's absence. Is that what you
right.
had there?
Well, if you would just give me half a second, but by the time you get it out your mouth, I could have clicked on it. Sarah, having nowhere to go, asked Kimmy, her friend Kimmy. So she's now been put out of the mansion. So Sarah goes over to her friend Kimmy, who of course lets her in. Meanwhile, Femi is shrewdly trying to take over his brother's place as CEO. He
Mm-hmm.
says his sister is ineligible, of course, because we know that she's a recovering addict. And mom is unsure if Cola is alive.
Mm-hmm.
So now you were saying?
No, that's what I was alluding to. The argument they had. They got into a heated exchange in front of the mom about who's going to take over the big pharmaceutical company in Cola's absence. And the mother's not high on either one of them, but because the sister's a recovering addict, she prompts to go with Femi.
Mm. Yeah. She's gonna take him over the recovering addict, because they really don't. Apparently, and this happens. I hear in families that deal with substance abuse, whatever the substance abuse could be, whether it's alcohol or other drugs or whatever. This happens a lot. Is that people may have to go through rehab several times before they actually are able to completely make that change and give up whatever the substance is that they're abusing. So it's kind of rough, for the family. She
Right.
feels like the sister, on the one hand, feels like she should, because dad taught her everything and took her under his wings when he was alive. But
You can't
I can't. I
you
can't.
can't trust a drug addict. You just can't.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, even as cruel as the mother is, I'll give her this one. I wouldn't put the daughter in charge either.
Mm-mm. No,
Right.
you can't trust a drug addict. So And it's unfortunate because people do get clean. They stay clean for years, whatever the case may be, but they're always fighting that urge to go back to that drug. That's a constant fight.
Right, right. It is. It really truly is. Hold on one second, dear.
What's up, Roro?
Yeah, she's here. She's here. Okay. I see how this works. I'm still learning this board too. Okay, so apparently Sarah's parents, they're upset about the canceled wedding. Of course, the mother is livid because she was looking forward to moving up in stature in the community, her daughter being married to this wealthy CEO.
Right.
Uh, a man who has bad photos of Sarah and Kimmy makes contact with Sarah. I think that actually was Kimmy, though. That was Kimmy,
That was
wasn't it?
Kimmy.
That
Kimmy
was Kimmy.
was
Yeah.
in the supermarket, and
I get the
he
two of
approached
them
her.
mixed up. If they're not together, when I see them together, I know it's Sarah and Kimmy. But when I see them separate, their faces, the roundness of their faces, kind of resemble a
Yeah.
lot to me in my eyes. And I know there's like a complexion difference slightly, but anyway, so they make contact. So the guy makes contact, and he says what he wants a lot of money to get those
Mm.
pictures and negatives from him.
Right. Right. Because he got her attention when he said he got pictures of the girls in the I guess the loading dock area with the laundry bin, you know,
Hmm.
right after
Right.
Cola disappeared. So you can kind
Well,
of put two and two together right there.
Well, yeah, he put right. I think he sees them actually putting him the body or the parts of the body into their trunk of that car.
Right,
Remember?
right.
Yeah,
He did see it. Yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
and not only did he see it, he got pictures of it. He's got proof.
Right. He had that good camera with the zoom lens.
The zoom
So
lens
he had a
camera,
real good
right?
camera.
Right. And then so the brother Femi, Cola's brother Femi, and his wife Udak are enjoying lots of sex together.
Right,
And I
right.
say this because they're enjoying a lot of sex, and they are like, and something about Femi's wife. She like when she's having people murdered, and they get hiring assassins, and people are turning up missing. She just it makes her moist, I guess.
Yeah, it turns her on. It makes her hot and horny, you
It
know.
makes her hot
And
and horny, and it's kind of gross, isn't it?
well, that depends on who's watching, you know. it
Yeah,
it
because she's straddling him down there on the living room sofa like she just don't give a care.
it turns Femi on. It sure do. You know what I mean? Right?
Roro, that part. Roro asked the question. She wonders why Cola's mom and Cola and Femi's mom didn't make Femi the head of the business since he's the oldest. But yeah, Roro, we see that there's clearly more affection and in all of her three children, the daughter, Femi and Cola. She clearly loves Cola, and we are going to find out. I think it's in the last episode. We're going to find out exactly why that is, why she has this affinity for her son that
Yes,
she does
a
not have
lot.
for the other two. Hmm?
Yeah, a lot gets uncovered later. That's why you guys have to watch this series in its
Yeah,
entirety.
you have to watch it in its entirety. That's right.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
Roro say, "What it do, Alex?" And someone says yes. Ellen V says Femi's wife is savage. She absolutely is. I mean,
Mhm.
like, ooh, like she is savage. That's a great word for it too. Savage.
Yeah, exactly. She is savage in business and in the bed. You know.
So now is she your type outside of her savagery and ruthlessness? Is she kind of your type
Yeah, I mean,
physically?
I like the well, as far as her figure, because she is
Physically.
yeah, she is the voluptuous type. Yeah, she's very
Oh, okay.
voluptuous woman. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So we'll move on to Femi's wife decides that she already got the brother out the way. Now she wants the little sister out the way too. And
Right.
it's basically carpe diem, seize the day. So now
Mm.
she's telling him, she says, while she's kissing him and straddling him in that pretty red dress, and she's all over him like a cheap suit. She's like,
Hmm.
I want you to get rid of your sister. And he's going, yes, Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Right.
She's kissing his ears and she's kissing his neck and whatever else she's kissing, right?
Right. Right. Right.
And he's falling victim to it. He's like, okay, whatever. He's like, yeah, who else do you want me to knock off?
Yeah. This is their custom. This is what they do.
This is like a cycle with them, isn't it? It's like a
Right.
repetitive cycle. I'm
Sure is.
wondering. See, my thing is with her, with you, Dak. I think she gets finished knocking everybody off. I think she's gonna knock him off.
You think so, huh?
I mean, it seems like it. I mean, think about it. She doesn't have any. There's no boundaries for her.
Well, if he ever grows a pair and rebucks her or whatever, then she may, but it remains to be seen if he ever grows a pair when it comes to her.
Right. Well, yeah, but do you actually see him actually growing a pair? Do
Not
you
when it
actually
comes to
see
her.
that?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
She's got his number, as they say.
Right. Right.
And then I'm
Exactly.
getting back over here to the viewers' comments.
Mm-hmm.
Roro says she's actually watched it and it's fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
And then Condessa agrees with us and she says, good point. Good point.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. All
Right.
right. So Cola's best friend, continuing to look for Cola. Cola's best friend goes to his bachelor pad and is let in by one of the, I guess, the concierge or whatever, at his bachelor pad, and he's going through looking for evidence. He first of all, everybody is not sure except for the two girls. They think that possibly Cola might still be alive. So he's looking for Cola, but now he's also wondering, is Cola the friend that he really thought he was? Is he the upstanding guy who's good with women, a nice guy? And he's beginning to suspect that maybe Cola isn't as nice as everybody seems to think he is.
Yeah, this is the first time you really see his best friend, start to have some doubt. Some things are hatching. He's not quite sure, of course, as of yet, but some doubts really start to come into his mind. Like, and he even says at the end of the scene, where the hell are you? It's like, what's going on here? So starting to figure out he may not be as a nice guy as he thought, but he's still hanging on to hope that his best friend was a good guy.
Right. That he's trying to hang on to that hope. That is so true. And our viewers are saying, Femi's wife got him by his pair. Yes, she does.
Yeah,
She's got him by his pair.
that's what I just said, Roro. If he grow a pair, but the pair he grows is right in her hands.
Oh, hey there. Hey there, wonderful. Hi there. Hi there, the Miss Creative. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. We appreciate it. And so,
Yeah.
having said that, then Sarah and Kimmy plan to deal with the blackmailer, and
Right.
he does not have a good ending in store for him.
Yeah, well, this is where the amateur criminal activity comes into play, because you start to really figure out they're not career criminals; they're amateurs at this thing. They don't know how to deal with blackmailers. They don't know how to deal with really any of this.
No, they don't.
So it starts to come to fruition here because they decide they're going to pay him, and that's the first mistake.
That's what I thought. I mean,
You
but how
know?
would you deal with a blackmailer though? Somebody ever tried to blackmail you? How would you deal with them? I mean, like, what do you do? Because they don't want to go to
Well,
prison.
you make them think you're going to pay him, because a blackmailer never stops. It never stops. They always want. So you
Hmm.
make them think you're going to pay him, and you knock them off, because they're never going to stop.
Guys, how many of you put a heart in the chat? Any color, put a heart in the chat if you think that perhaps Alex has a secret double life that we don't know about.
I plead the fifth commandment.
All right, so we'll move along. We'll move along with the story. So Detective Chi-Town, I've nicknamed him Detective Chi-Town.
Yeah, his name is Joe.
Joe. Okay, yeah, Joe. But I'm still, for the purposes of this story, I'm going to call him Detective Chi-Town. And you guys, if you've seen the show, you know the reason why I call him Chi-Town, right? Because he spent 20 years, almost
20 years at Chicago PD. 20 years.
20 years, even though he is Nigerian, right? So Joe spent 20 years. So I call him Detective Chi-Town. He's still on the case, and he suspects foul play. However, the police chief doesn't. Now, the police chief, does he strike you as being a little bit lazy?
A little bit corrupt. Which one is it?
Both.
Hmm.
Lazy and corrupt.
Yeah, lazy and corrupt. I think.
Lazy and corrupt.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit corrupt and on somebody's payroll. I think he can easily be bought. So he give you that
Yes.
kind of impression.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and because Detective Chi-Town is like, listen, my nose doesn't lie. I got a good nose about these things. You know,
Right,
and
right.
and and the thing is, if they have a long-standing pre-existing relationship, Detective Joe and the chief of police, the man is never really wrong. Okay, so why wouldn't you heed what he's saying and just dismiss it? The man has a great track record. So if somebody has a great track record, you can't just dismiss what they're saying. So that's what make me think about this chief of police who, you know, kind of a crooked and lazy, but more crooked than lazy type guy.
Yes, I agree with you. I'm trying to see what this is in the chat going on.
Oh, we got a bot in the chat.
You know what? I don't know. I don't want to say that. KA Vendors Vlog. I'm not sure if that's something you're using, but I will have to put you in timeout if it continues, right? So anyway, back to the chat. Ellen V says, "I know this is about blood sisters, but King of Johannesburg. Oh, really? King of Johannesburg. I will be checking that out. And you know what? I think we've got another one that we're going to be doing. I'm going to talk Alex into covering Savage Beauty.
You ain't gonna talk me into a damn thing.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Alex. Savage Beauty has actual unclothed women in it, so I think you'll like it.
Oh yeah, what channel that's on? What's that song?
It's a Netflix. It's another Netflix. Netflix has found out what I've known for years. Nollywood, the Nigerian movies are really bomb. If you guys
Yeah.
don't know that by now, Nigerian movies are really bomb. And we're gonna hopefully bring in Maud to come in for our next time. She's gonna be a special guest, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay, let me continue on. I'm keeping my eye on UK vendors. I don't
Yeah.
know what that is, dear. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude or anything, but we're not familiar with you or your. I don't know if you're saying YouTube. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
But I don't know what your next note is.
Wait a minute.
But
Just hold on one second, please. Don't move ahead. Hold on.
don't move ahead.
Oh yeah, the Miss Creative. We're doing the comments now, Alex.
Oh,
So just
okay.
kind of follow along with me here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the Miss Creative says Alex loves beautiful women. I don't know about secret. I don't know about secret life. and and Condessa, she seems to be a little confused too. She's saying you may have a second life. We're not really sure, Alex.
I'm from the streets, Brooklyn, New York. Y'all know. Y'all know.
Oh, hey Kirby, how's Kirby? Kirby doing all right? Okay, all right,
Cur-
Kirby, good to see you.
Kirby Curb. What's the word?
Yeah, Savage Beauty. Ellen V says she's heard about Savage Beauty too. Yeah, I just peeped it today, so we will we will be talking Alex into covering that next.
Mm, mm.
Okay. Oh yeah, and that's right. Cause Kirby, are you not from? Tell me where you're from in Africa. I believe Africa, right? In the continent. But tell me which country. It's funny because I just had a tow truck driver today who was from Yemen, right? Yemen. Um, African content has always been, yeah, it's always been bomb. But I'm going to tell you something. Until I started streaming, I didn't have access to it, Kirby. What about you, Alex? Did you have access to all of this, the Nigerian and the Nollywood movies that are out there now? Did you have
I, I,
access to it
I've
before?
had access to it, but I watched very little of it, and now I'm seeing the great value in it. Because you get so used to Americanized films, right?
Yeah.
So you don't give the foreign films a chance a lot of times because you're used to what's here. But when you give them foreign films a chance, even the films that in subtitles, I saw great films and subtitles that were foreign films. There's some great films out there being made in other countries.
Oh, absolutely. I've been watching foreign films, even doing subtitle films since I was like maybe 20, 21 or so when a well-traveled naval officer turned me on to foreign films. So I've been watching them. But like I said again, at the time though, I can't recall seeing a Nigerian film. So you got a very good point, Kirby. Kirby says his parents are actually from Ghana.
Mhm.
Awesome. That is
Mhm.
so awesome. I want to travel. My daughter, right before the panorama, she was in Liberia. She was in Liberia and gave and sent me the most beautiful photograph. She spent about 5 or 6 months there working with partners with health to give vaccinations and to help people in areas that are kind of rural and they don't have access, I guess, apparently to vaccines and whatnot.
Right.
So just give me
Mm.
1 second. I know you about ready
Yeah.
to hurry on as you always do.
I'm not hurrying. I'm getting to the next question, the next topic, the next
Oh,
scene.
okay. We
Yeah.
go back to that.
Okay.
So the detective,
Chi-Town.
right, Chi Town,
Yeah,
right? No,
yeah,
no, I
yeah.
got to read it because I left off somewhere, and I was trying to remember where I left off. But the police chief does it. Femi invites his sister over to talk shop, and then an indecent proposal is offered. And
Yeah.
mommy dearest is very bad too. So
Yeah.
now in this scene, in the scene with Femi and his sister, he actually invites her over to his house, and then in front of her, knowing that she is a recovering addict, what does he do? He has
Offered
a
her drugs.
he had a spread of everything she could possibly ever want from,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say these words, but
Right.
uh
Right.
cola,
Yeah.
cola, and other things and all the
Yeah.
paraphernalia that goes with said
Yeah.
indecent offer. So
Yeah.
very indecent. I mean, this is her brother. This is her brother who's trying to basically. I mean, I would say if you offer somebody, especially somebody who's an addict, anybody at all, but somebody who's an addict, it's almost like you're trying to kill them, right?
Well, this was instigated by UDAC. So,
Udak the
yeah,
wife, yes,
yeah,
the
it was instigated
savage,
by her. Yeah, the savage.
savage Udak.
So, and she know that girl is weak for that stuff. So, they prey on your weaknesses, and they know you weak in the area. They prey on it, just like the husband is weak to her sexual advances when they got some hot, death threat going on. You know what I mean? She makes the husband weak and do what she say she should do. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah.
Right. And then the daughter goes back home to only to tell the mother what had happened because she was in such disbelief. And the mother basically says, well, maybe he's trying to help you. He knows that you're going to do it sooner or later. So why didn't you just go ahead and play along? I mean, the mother is, I don't know, the mother almost should be not the mother in law of Udak. Udak and the mother should almost be like blood relatives,
Yeah,
blood
yeah,
sisters.
right. Yeah, exactly. But she basically
Yeah.
she basically tells her daughter some things a parent should never tell a child, even a drug addicted child. That you're a huge disappointment, that you're a low life, all these names. You you
Mm-hmm.
you a low life, dirty, addict, and so forth. These things that she would never say, and that kind of sends, the daughter over the edge. That kind of sends
Right.
her over the edge.
Right. It sends her so she decides to return to drug use and then the nightlife. She goes into kind of a looks like maybe a underground after hour nightlife place because all nightlife places are not created equal. I just want to know from a former party girl myself. Uh
Yeah,
there are
she
some places that you don't need to be at night, right?
mhm. She loves the nightlife. She got the boogie on the disco high. Yeah.
Yes. Oh God. Who made that song? I used to love that.
You didn't think I could hit them notes, did you? You didn't think I could sing that,
No,
did you?
I did not. You're so silly. Well, so anyway, Uncle B's still watching. He's still watching the daughter, and he does bring her home. And then
See, this is why I got angry at Uncle B at in that club.
what? I mean, he brought
Yeah.
her home. What? You got angry because he brought her home?
No, the dude in the club get ready to get some. What he got to interrupt that for? Let the dude get what he got to get. Then you pull her out of there. You know what I mean?
Alex. Alex,
What?
she was not capable of giving consent. So are you saying what I think you're saying? It doesn't
No,
sound right.
the
It
guy was
doesn't.
drunk too. They were partying. You know what I mean?
Bye, Alex. So
Oh,
anyway, the
jeez.
mother dearest, mommy dearest, sends her daughter back to the rehab home, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
then we move on to Sarah and Kimmy try to figure out a plan to avoid capture by the police. They
Yeah.
end up in the red light district to find their friend Abby. And the
Yeah.
prostitutes
Yeah.
almost attack them and their little red Toyota.
Yeah. They're out of their element for sure in this red light district because them women don't play. So and it was
Hmm.
easy for them to tell that these two that Sarah and Kimmy do not belong there. You're asking all the wrong questions. You don't have no money, you know. So you can't
Well,
play with
you
these
know
women
what?
like
I
that.
just thought about something because I was wondering why the ladies of the evening was so angry, and I just realized something. Those young ladies, they came and they're looking good and they're shapely and beautiful. They kind of like messing with their business for the night.
No, they didn't have no money. So
So, you saying to pay them to get the
for
information?
information, right?
Oh
If Sarah and
yeah.
Kimmy had some money, that's what the young lady asked them. You know, you
Uh
come over
huh.
here
Uh huh.
empty-handed asking all these questions.
Oh
You know,
right. You're right because it's quid pro quo, right?
right? Why should we give y'all free information? We don't even know who y'all are. Y'all could be cops. You know,
Mm.
so yeah, that's crazy. But they almost got their wig split. I tell you that.
They almost got that little red Toyota hijacked too.
That's it. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, but
I
they
Go
sent
ahead.
them away real quick.
Right. Our viewers are making some really interesting comments too. Roro has said just a moment ago, I'll go back to that comment. I've been watching African movies for years, but the recent ones like this one are really, really good. Yes, I
Mm,
agree. And then
yeah.
Condessa, she agrees also. Um,
Hmm.
then Roro has an interesting comment. Could this movie be showing us how the world of money and power really operate? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Without a doubt.
absolutely. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think it is. What does it say? Art imitating life.
That's it. Always art imitates life.
And Monique is wanting to complain to YouTube. She says there's no disco ball emoji yet.
Because when I started singing, there you go. Look at Roro. Sing it,
Roro
Alex.
says, "Sing it, Alex." Oh, wait a minute. Read that one, Alex.
That was terrible. I guess you're referring to my club comment.
Yeah, whatever. I think you're talking about your singing.
No, Roro
Roro,
loved my singing. She
Roro,
loved my
let us
singing.
know. Roro, let us know for sure. And then one last one before we get back to our notes. Alex, will we get this kind of content when you start your channel? Only if he invites me on.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes, Ellen, I'm going to be true blue.
Oh Lord.
Oh, don't bring him into this.
Where is my when you need a good Lord?
Yeah, Lord,
with,
with
with
like
the
9 T's at
with
the end.
nine
Lord.
T's at the end.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so moving on along. Um, the girls wind up in a they go from bad to worse. They go from what does it say? The frying pan into the pot into the frying
The
pan or
frying
something?
pan into the fire.
Into the fire. Yeah. They wind up at a pimp's den who wants to have sex with them.
Yeah.
But they end
No,
up
no, not
yeah, he
them.
does. Well,
This was
her.
this was this was Kimmy's contact.
That was Kimmy's
And
contact.
and she knew him previously. They had a relationship previously. This was a guy that she's known. It wasn't just a random guy.
Right. Well, right. He did know her. You're correct. You're
Yeah.
correct on that. Now,
So
how
he
she
wanted to
knew
kind
him,
of
and I guess apparently they done some freaky deaky things in the
right,
past.
exactly. And he wanted to take her upstairs and continue that, but she's not interested. She
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to get her hands on a gun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "What?" But after some coercing, he agrees to give her a gun. But he's like, "If this ever comes back to me, you're
Mm-hmm.
dead." You know what I mean? He was just straight up. Oh
Unalive.
yeah, unalive. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Unalive.
Uh-huh. So they
Yeah.
do end up getting that. So yes, you're
Yeah, they
right.
did. They did
Okay.
get the gun. Yeah, they got the gun.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. And so continue on. What is the next part after that? And I'll go into the comments again as you continue on the story.
Yeah, they got the gun from the pimp's den or the ex boyfriend or whatever he was, and then they went to meet, you know, the blackmailer because the
With the
plan
blackmailer.
was,
Hmm.
yeah, the plan was to unalive the blackmailer because he done took their money, you know, or whatever the case is, and is this the part where he took their money or they meeting him for the first time? No, he had took their money already.
He took the money.
He took
Yeah.
the money already. So
Mhm.
they're meeting him to kind of get rid of him because they know he's going to continue to blackmail him and take more money. So, but of course, they met with him, took the gun out. She's standing too close to him. She gets the gun taken from her.
That part was so silly. But that's why I was talking to you before, ladies, when he was talking about, what he wants you to do. I said, you gotta know, don't tell everybody that because everybody's not the same. People need training. You don't need a lethal weapon unless you know what you're doing. You really don't.
Right, right, and that's true. I agree with that because it's not a toy, you
It's
know,
not a toy. And
and
more people are actually unalived by their own lethal weapons. So there's that
right,
part too. So
that part. Just like she had the gun, Kimmy had the gun taken from her.
hmm
And the blackmailer was like, "You trying to kill me? Are you crazy? This and that." So
unalive.
when Sarah saw that, she ran him down with the car, and that was
Mm.
quick thinking on her part. You
Yeah,
know,
that
quick thinking on
was.
her part. So yeah, but you can clearly see they're not in a comfort zone. They're not career criminals. They're basically winging everything. There's no plans here. They're just winging it. You
They
know.
are. They really are. They really are. Well, they don't know what to do, and it's understandable because, as you keep pointing out, they are not career criminals. These women are caught. What is it? How would you say? Kind of like a
A rock and a hard
circumstances.
place.
Well, right, yeah, there you go, rocking a hard place. But because of circumstantial things that happened, I mean, it wasn't again. There was no plan. This was an unintentional unaliving, right?
Right, right.
That had to happen because of who Cola was. I mean,
Yeah,
Cola was just physically abusive and was really literally about to unalive Sarah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Sure
her
was.
best friend couldn't sit by and watch that happen without doing something.
Right. No, she couldn't. You know, so they actually ended up saving each other. You know, so
Yes,
yeah, because she saved Sarah from Cola, and now Sarah saved her from the blackmailer. So
right,
yeah,
right.
so but yeah,
And and now we see that the Detective Shytown has been called to the site because they have found the shallow grave where Cola's body parts are resting.
yeah, some dogs dug it up. you know,
Dogs are
always,
always looking for a bone.
yeah, I'll tell you, these dogs, man, they'll sniff it out. Oh my goodness! But you know what? Right before that, Aubery, Sarah had went back to the ex boyfriend, the one that invaded the wedding.
Yes.
She went to him and asked for his help. And always want to come back to the nice guy. What's with y'all women? Y'all want the nice guys after the fact, okay?
I want the nice guy during, before, during, and after the fact. I want the nice guy. Period.
You want the nice guy. She going to the nice guy after
Hmm.
the fact because Cola was, as we know now, very very abusive man. So
Yeah.
but he loves her and he agrees to help her. And this is when the next scene is when Cola's body is found, dug up by dogs, and now Detective Shawtown says, "My nose is never wrong." He told the chief, "My nose is never wrong." That Cola's body was found without the head. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's
I'm sorry. Okay.
yeah, that's serious business.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yes, yes,
Mm-mm-mm.
ma'am. So that's serious business there. So they're at the scene now, digging up the body and investigating, obviously, for evidence. And that's when also Detective Shottown actually finds the gun too, because they remember they threw the gun in the grave as well.
That was not that really was an amateur mistake because never throw the gun in with the body,
Oh
the
yeah,
lethal weapon. Like
right.
what?
And threw it in with their bare hands, fingerprints all
Ugh,
over it.
ugh,
I'm
just
like, Goodness gracious.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, they're just
I guess they
craziness.
don't watch a lot of crime movies in Nigeria. We sit up all day and watch crime movies from when we're little kids. So like I think, but you know what? Who knows if you're going through that actual moment? I probably will forget everything I've ever watched. So
Yeah,
maybe.
you gotta understand that your adrenaline is at an all-time high. Your anxiety is through the roof, and also too as a filmmaker. I mean, if some people just didn't do some dumb things, there would be no movie. Everybody
Yeah,
can't be smart. You know what I mean?
right. What movie will we have if they had actually taken the gun someplace separate from the body and gotten rid of it? Like, where would you have gotten rid of it if it were you? Where would you get rid of a lethal weapon like that?
Well, first of all, you take the gun apart and you
Really?
drop it. You drop it in different places in the city. They never find all them pieces.
Guys, I'm telling you, there's something really creepy about my co-host Alex. There's something really creepy about him. I'm not sure if hmm.
And of course, you wipe it clean and then you take it apart.
And so
So
you wear gloves. You put on the
you
cotton
wear
gloves,
gloves.
right?
Yep,
Hmm.
you wear gloves.
Okay.
You wipe the gun down. You take it apart and you drive around the city, throwing each piece in a sewer here, a sewer there, a hole over there, wherever.
Hmm.
Just get rid of it in various places.
Well, that's a good idea, taking it apart. I hadn't thought of that. Kirby,
Mm-hmm.
what's that? What's that, Kirby? It seems like you know a little bit. No, that's him. I'm right along with the girls. I'm a newbie. I don't know nothing about. I don't know nothing about that life. Oh no. Oh no.
You don't. You don't seem
Mm-mm.
like it.
No, that's you. You're the one giving us all the tips. This is what I do: break it down into little pieces, dismantle it, wear gloves.
See,
I think your next film should be a crime mystery. Really, I really do.
you think so?
Yeah, I think so. Kirby does too, and so does Condessa and LMV and Roro.
See, what had happened was,
Yeah,
oh
because
my goodness.
Monique says Alex and his double life skills definitely dispose of it in multiple. Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounded like a good plan to me because I didn't know nothing about that idea. See, I'm
right.
thinking, okay, I'm gonna tell you what I was thinking. Honestly, I'm just thinking the first thing I always think of is bodies of water, right? Because I live in Michigan, so there's all these bodies of water. So I'm thinking just put it in a deep lake or something, right?
They tend to wash up.
Really?
Yeah,
Kirby
yeah.
said. Kirby says, "Don't tell on yourself, Alex." Oh, wait a minute. Oh, read this one on the screen.
Alex knows the pimp game and criminal activity.
Holler.
I'm gonna tell you, Ellen, the streets is its own university. I'll tell you that. Its
Yeah,
own university. I'll tell
that
you.
makes sense. That makes sense. So,
But then Detective Joe, Detective Chi-Town, as you call him, goes
yeah,
to
I
inform the
like that name.
family. He informs the family that Cola has been found, so
Yes.
forth.
Well, his body parts.
His body parts, right, has been found. He need them to come and identify the body, but the mother knows at this point that the cop wouldn't
Mhm.
even be there if it wasn't Cola. This is a
Right.
very well-known family. Okay,
Hmm.
a very famous, affluent family. They know it's Cola, so the
Hmm.
mother lets out this horrific scream.
Oh my God, blood curdling,
Yeah,
blood.
yeah.
That scream was blood curdling. I mean, she played that part on that note. Woo.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She let it out, because she know her favorite, her baby, is never
Mm.
coming back, and that's
Her,
her favorite.
her baby boy. Her baby
Mm-hmm.
boy. Oh
Yep.
Lord.
Yep.
I mean, she just like it's almost like she doesn't. It's almost like the other two kids don't even exist. I don't understand her. I mean,
Right.
like this is the time when you lose someone close to you. This is the time when the rest of the family. That's who you guys cleave to one another. You cleave and you work it out, you pray it out, you hug it out. You know what I'm saying? That's you don't turn away from each other and start fighting amongst each other. You got to turn to each other in love, right?
But you have to understand what probably happened to the mother prior to having these children, and the men that she was involved with taught her how to be rough and tough like this, and maybe even her upbringing, parts of her upbringing. I mean, we don't know that side of it. We just know that she's a mean, rigid woman.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
true. That's
there's always
true.
there's always a history behind why people become the way they become.
Yeah, now that is true. And I want to go to our comments. Condessa says CSI Alex.
Yeah.
And you can read this next one from LMV.
This is all allegedly in case people are watching. And people in them are watching, like
Yes,
Mama them, and Pookie them, Pookie and them.
Pookie and Ray Ray and them, yes. Good point. Good point, Ellen.
Oh my goodness. That's funny. Oh boy. And look, Roro agrees with Ellen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's true. But and then the detective at this point, I guess officially he wants to question the girls to find out what they
Yes.
know, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they know they did it. The detective shows up, and they still trying to play it cool, but they're not playing it cool enough. And
Right.
with a guy like Detective Chi-Town, he can see right through them. It's just easy for him to see right through them, and he did see right through them in a lot of ways.
Yeah, he's suspicious now at this point after having talked to them, right?
Absolutely. He asked them questions. They were very nervous. They were sweating, and it's not hard to see that nice chocolate skin glistening with sweat. So that's an easy thing to see.
Yes. Maybe the wigs were hot. I mean, they got these pretty big, elaborate wigs they're still wearing right now. So maybe those wigs are hot. And we are in Nigeria, so I'm not thinking it's like we're in some place like Michigan where it's cold most of the time, right?
Yeah, it's hot over there. Yeah, absolutely. And but to be hot, they were dressed to the nines at that hotel the day of the wedding.
They were. And then you know what? Detective Chi-Town now is questioning. I guess it's the boyfriend because he's arrested. They've actually pulled the boyfriend in for questioning.
Right, they did. They got him in the interrogation room.
Interrogation, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and of course he's going to protect Sarah at all costs because he still loves her and probably even love her more now that he know Cole is out the way for good. So,
I guess as long as he don't mind loving an inmate, it's okay with me if it's okay with him.
yeah.
Hey, well, back to our viewers. Jeremy Speaks. Hey there, Jeremy Speaks TV. How you doing? All right, I'm waiting for you to get a membership.
Oh man, what's up, Jeremy? What's good, Jeremy? Jeremy, grow that beard back. Grow that beard back, Jeremy. He was saying on IG he wanted to grow his beard back.
Oh yeah, I think I saw a picture or something of that sort.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks good with it.
And a very nice picture of his service picture too. So thank you for your service, sir. Thank you very much, young man.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and then Uncle B gets the order from the mom to find out who killed her son or unalived her son, if you want to say that.
Please continue to say that term. Yeah,
because she's in pain now. I mean, she's really in pain now.
Oh yeah, she needs to know. She needs to know who did this because she's not gonna let him get away with it.
And she know Uncle B at all costs. He is so stoic and creepy, and this guy he's all about his business, and he's loyal to her to a fault, maybe even, but he's very loyal to the mother. And they never specify if that's her actual brother, if that's a deep family friend, if he's just a hitman for hire. They never really specify who Uncle B really is. But all the kids call him Uncle B.
Right. But someone, I think during our last episode, if you guys go back, those of you who were here for the part 1, many people said in the chat, and I think this makes sense to me. Kirby, if you're still there, chime in. Okay, so is it true that in many parts of Africa and the continent, so like say in Nigeria, is it also true maybe in Ghana, that if someone is a respected friend of the family, the children will grow up calling them aunt or auntie, or aunt or uncle, depending on their gender. Is that true? So that's what was put in the chat last week, a couple of days ago, on part one. So I'm beginning to think that makes sense because we kind of mimic that same kind of culture here,
Yeah,
at
we do
least
it in
in
America.
our generation
Yeah,
too.
yeah, we do it in
Not
America.
maybe not so much now.
Mm.
Millennials don't do it, I don't think. But when I was coming up, yeah, my father, not too many people, but a few people, like his best friend, who was not my biological uncle, I called him Uncle Bill. He was my Uncle
Right,
Bill.
right,
So we
right.
did we do have that. So that's what they're thinking, that he's but on the part for this specific show, I think he's definitely maybe acting as serving as the maintenance man to the mother. Wink, wink. And
We never see that, but that's
I
possible.
suspect that. I suspect that. I'm going to say that. I suspect that. I'm taking a literary license here
Mm.
as a writer myself. I suspect that there's some maintenance going on between him and the mom. Um, and he's definitely the hatchet man. I guess that's the best term.
Oh
What do you
yeah,
call that guy? That kind of what he does?
the
Is that a hatchet
hitman,
man?
the
Well,
hitman.
hitman, but isn't a hatchet man the same as a hitman?
Oh yeah, I guess you can call them the same thing. But a hatchet man specifically uses a hatchet. For what?
Oh,
That- that's a specific thing. A hatchet.
mm-hmm.
A hitman can use anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Uh, we're about to wrap it up, but read that what's on the screen, Alex.
oh, Roro for real. We need you on the A team, Jeremy. We need you on the A team.
Yes, 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 Jeremy. We need you on the A team. We need you. We need you.
Yes, and the last scene, Aubery. I want to just say this for the last scene.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Detective Shot Town gets a tip.
Well, hold on. Just hold off 1 second.
Okay.
Kirby wants to respond to the question I asked him, and he said yes, that is true about
Mm-hmm.
the uncle and aunt thing. So I just want to verify that. Thank you, Kirby. I appreciate that.
Right, right,
Oh, and
and
Ellen V says also in Haitian culture, also.
yes, yes, and
Oh,
Miss Creative said yes, we do, Aubrey. They do as well, and in the new millennial generation, they do it as well too.
okay. But wait a minute. Jeremy Speaks has a question. Jeremy Speaks TV.
Uh
Answer that
oh,
for him, Alex, please.
oh. What's the A team? The A team is the
What?
actually Aubrey team for members, members only. It's
Members
the A team.
only. Join for access and perks like
Yeah,
never before.
right.
And
Yeah,
Alex, you would know because you're the newest member on the team.
platinum.
Roro is, yeah, platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Roro is a member. Ellen V, Monique, Tiger Reed is a member,
Mm.
and Jeremy Speaks. We're waiting on you. We're waiting
Yeah,
on you.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
um,
Okay,
but
but now go ahead and wrap us up and take us
yeah,
on,
yeah. This
and
the
we'll be
last.
back.
Yeah, this the
We'll be back.
last scene here where Detective Shottown gets a tip that the girls, may definitely be involved. And when he goes back to not to interrogate them again, he's going to arrest them and bring them down to the station for questioning. He
Mm-hmm.
finds out they're on the run. So at the end of episode 2, Sarah and Kimmy are officially on the run, and that's how the episode ends.
Yep. And that's why the episode is called "Run, Sisters, Run."
Yeah.
Blood sisters. Go ahead and
Yes.
say it, Alex. Your specialty.
Blood, blood.
And on that note, guys, we want to thank you all for being here. We want to thank all of our A team members. We want to thank all of our viewers and those who are watching on the replay. Be sure and drop some comments down in the comment section and tell us. And one other thing before we end, what grade would you give this episode? This part right here, part 2, if you were to give it a
um,
grade?
what you talking about? 1 to 10 or A,
I will
B,
say,
C, or D?
yeah. Let's do the alphabets real quick, and we're gonna wrap it up. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll give it a B plus.
B plus, yes. I
Yeah,
give it a B plus too. I
yeah, I
like
give it a
that.
B
Guys,
plus.
drop that down in the comments if you're still with us, and on the replay, drop it down in the comments what grade you give part 2 of this 4-part miniseries, and we'll see you back here. When is it? Is today Friday?
Today is Thursday.
Friday, but we'll be back Friday. We'll be back Friday with the next part. Okay.
Right.
So we'll see you guys, and we're on our way out.